The third strategy discussed in the text in this chapter is finding and using keywords to lead you to the main idea. Now we can find this in the textbook to follow along on pages 34 to 36. So sometimes authors make it fairly easy to find their main idea. In academic writing, this is often true. They can announce their main idea by using keywords or words or phrases that are easy to recognize. So look at these list words, which tell you a list of items is to follow. The main idea in the paragraph about gossip was stated like this. It actually serves several important functions in the human community. So we can see here the idea of several important functions. And what we have here is a number word, several, and then just a modifier, an adjective, important, and then functions, a plural noun. If you have some kind of a number word followed by a plural noun, especially if it's modified with a number, 3 specific ways, 3 specific reasons, something like that, that is a really, really good indication that the author is announcing the main idea and expressing what will happen throughout the rest of the passage. So here are some common word groups that can announce a main idea. What you need to understand here is not necessarily these specific words, although many of them will appear commonly. What you need to understand is the general format here. You have something that indicates a number, either specifically or non-specifically. Several would be non-specific, 3 or 5 or 2 or whatever it may be would be specific. And then you have a plural noun. It could be modified by more adjectives, but in general, some kind of a number word followed by a plural noun might be a good indication that they're introducing the main idea. So many other list word expressions are possible. As I said, 4 kinds of, some advantages of, 3 reasons for. They have the number words and the plural nouns, and they can be modified in different ways depending on the context. So take a look at these sentences and try to identify the list words in each. Researchers have identified 2 factors that play a significant role in our dreams. 2 factors in that one are the list words. Several steps can help you overcome the fear of speaking and become an effective speaker. In this one we see several steps. And then finally, 3 key differences exist between the House and the Senate. 3 key differences. We can see that this can appear in the middle of the sentence at the beginning. It can also appear at the end, although none of these examples shows that. This is really very common in academic writing, and it is a really great indicator. It shows that a list of items will be appearing throughout the passage. So in addition to list words, addition words can alert you to the main idea. They're generally used before the supporting details. So these are some transition words, specifically in the addition category. They can introduce pieces of support. When you know what the support is, you can figure out what sentence describes or introduces all of that support. You can assume that the detail it introduces fits under the umbrella, as we talked about. So let's read this paragraph about gossip again and find the addition words. We've already read it, so I'm going to let those addition words pop up here. We have, for one thing, it's an addition phrase, a second function, and a final and very powerful function. So for one thing, second, and final. They introduce each new supporting detail, which we will cover more in the next unit. And then you see the list words as well, several important functions. We'll talk about locations of the main idea in the next short presentation.